Hey guys, my name is Tara and I am the inventor of NoteMatch. And I would like to do a personal video, kind of give you an idea of where it came from and what is NoteMatch and all that stuff. So my light bulb moment was when one of my students, he's like, well, he knows his sentences like face or all cows eat grass, all that stuff. He's like, but where do I know where it is on the piano? And I'm like, but there's only one place for that specific note on the piano, and I couldn't understand. And so that was my light bulb moment. I'm like, go get tape. So he went to get tape, and I cut two pieces, and I put a piece of tape from one G to an A, and then from an E to the F. So I had like these two pieces of tape. So that's like, I went home that night, I was like, oh my god, light bulb moment. I needed, started sketching, all that stuff. Made this very dinky NoteMatch. I made a ton for all of my students and everything. And slowly it evolved, and I got rid of the gap in the middle. So this is what it looked like, the first one. See? And then, so this is what you would get if you buy it, either on Amazon or pre-order it on Kickstarter. So you got your little instructions in the back. This is NoteMatch, so I'll take it out. So some fun facts about it. One, the kids love it. It's like flexible. It's really good quality. It's a whiteboard. That's like a super fun feature. Got the little whiteboard marker. This is another one of the kids' favorites. This little eraser. So see, it's a whiteboard. I can write all over it. La, 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 la. I can erase with it. And it's such a good eraser. So fun. Okay, so anything else about? Well, yeah, there's a little, oops, whatever. Okay, so where does it go? So NoteMatch, between this part of your piano and the black keys, there's a little gap. So it goes between the black, or behind the black keys and the back part of the piano, and it lines up like this. So if you see this, the bracket, this thing, that's the bracket. The center of it lines up with middle C, right? And then all these lines that are going down this way, they line up with a corresponding note on the piano. So this, for example, I'll show you guys closer. This one is G, right? So that black line is gonna line up right in the center of that white note that's G, right? And then, for example, this E lines up with E. This G lines up with G. No. Okay, so that is where it goes, right? And that little bracket, again, lines up with middle C. So what is NoteMatch? NoteMatch is a grand staff. For those of you who play a little music or know a little bit about music, this is what you read when you're, reading sheet music. Is you've got your grand staff, you've got your treble clef, your bass clef, you've got 5 lines on the bottom, 5 lines on top. And so when you put it on here, it helps you realize where the notes are from the sheet music to the piano. So if you see, well, let me show you. I've made this ginormous flashcard for you guys to kind of show you how it works. So imagine this is a note you see on your piece of music that you're trying to learn, right? So I have this 3-question method that really helps to pinpoint where the note is on the piano. So question number 1, is it in the treble clef or is it in the bass clef? Obviously treble clef lines, right? Now, is it a space note or a line note? Is it between the lines? So is it a space or is it a line? Does it have a line through it? So it's a space, right? So now, since it's a space, I ask what space? Space number 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, space 2. So if you look on NoteMatch, we narrowed it down to treble clef, that side, right? And then we narrowed it down to space notes. So your space notes are F, A, C, E. And then we said space 2. 1, 2. A. That's your A. And that's literally this A on the piano. Not this one or this one or this one, right? Literally, physically, this one. So something I love about the fact that it's a whiteboard is that, as teachers, I'm a teacher, so I always teach my kids certain sentences. A lot of you may know every good boy does fine or every good boy deserves fudge. My favorite is elephants go bowling down freeways. But so what's cool about it is that you can write in your sentences, because I didn't want to impose a sentence on people. So I would write elephants go go bowling down a few ways. I don't want to take up all your time. On the bottom, you could do like all cows eat. That's a famous one, I know. My favorite for the bottom lines is good burritos don't fall apart. That's a great one. And then obviously face is easy. No need to do anything. It's just face. And then if you're a kid like me, you like to color in the notes. Anyway, so this helps you, what am I trying to say? Well, when you're trying to read or learn music, you know, I always had a hard time figuring out where they were on the piano, so this would have helped me so much when I was little. But let's say you have notes that are higher than the staff. I don't have a, oh, let's go. Oh, let's do this. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so in this complicated sheet music, all this stuff, okay, see how this is the grand staff, and then you've got these notes way high, so that means that they're going to be higher than NoteMatch, right? So that means any note from this up is one of these high notes. If you have notes that are lower, let's go to, like right here, I don't know if you can see because it's really small, but like, see this is the grand staff, and then you've got notes under the staff. Well, that means they're one of those, one of the low ones. Anyway, if you have a note between, so what's great about NoteMatch, you're safe if you have a note from this line all the way to that line. That means it is any one of those notes, right? And now let's play a little. I don't even know what to. Okay, whatever. Anyway, that is how NoteMatch works and a little bit of the story behind it. And I don't want to edit the video, so you're going to get all my mistakes and all that stuff in there. But I hope that that kind of gives you an idea of what NoteMatch is. And we appreciate any of your support, even sharing or anything. And if you've ever thought of trying piano, it only costs $20. It's a lot cheaper than doing lessons, even though I do suggest, or yeah, recommend doing lessons. But even those that do take lessons, it'll take away like the difficulty of like reading, and promise you it's like a lifesaver. Okay, thank you so much for listening.